It's me, Aloha. It's been a while since I've done that. But hey guys, and welcome back or welcome to Elements of Aloha, where I talk about things that interest me, affect me, or am very passionate about. And in today's video, I am back to give you some short high school advice that you actually need and like what's actually relevant to you after you start high school. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I made a whole list on my notes app here, so I'm just going to be reading from here. And the first point I have here is no matter how much sleep you get, you will still feel tired. There's some nights where I go to bed at 1 a.m. and I'm up. I'm up like Moesha. Up in the morning. New day's dawning. It's me. It's me. And then there'll be some days where I go to bed at 10 or even 11 and I'll feel super tired. I don't get it. It's like the less sleep I get, the more energetic I am, and then the more sleep I get, I'll feel tired. So no matter how much sleep you get, you will still feel tired. So whatever source of energy you have in the morning, whether that's caffeine, an energy drink, soda, marijuana for some of you, do it. The next note I have here is you only need a locker if you're in a sport. I hate how in these high school shows that you're gonna need a locker every single time. All the time where they're on the scenes, they go to their lockers. You don't need your locker. Because in reality, again, in those shows, you'll just have that one hall monitor or the administrator be like, guys, get to class, and that's it. In reality, you're on crunch time. You only have 5 to 6 minutes to get to class. And what are you going to use that time doing? Getting to class or fumbling with your locker combination?
Rightfully so.
So, unless you play a sport or an instrument, then that's when you need a locker. And that leads me into my next point is don't pack too much stuff. Because the reason why people need a locker is because they pack too much stuff. The main stuff you need is, of course, notebooks, pens, pencils, highlighter, a folder, a paper, and probably a planner. You need like between 5 at most 10 things, but you definitely do not need to pack so much stuff. There's even some people that just bring like purses or drawstring bags. And especially now that a lot of our learning is digital, most of the work that we used to be using so much notebooks, pens, pencils, highlighters, sticky notes, index cards for is now rendered useless because you can just open up a Google Doc on your phone or on your Chromebook. The next point I have is they're going to make you starve. They are going to make you starve between breakfast and lunch, at least a good 4 to 5 hours. So always bring a snack with you. If your teacher says, "Oh, no eating in my class," all you need to do is, crouch down, get your snack, and continue eating. And now, it's only the evil ones that will do that because now we have a younger demographic with the teacher, so they have some sense to be like, yeah, you guys have to wait a whole 5 hours, so I don't mind if you eat in there. And if you have those strict ones, bless your heart, bless your soul. The next point I have here is the only useful AP classes you need to take are sociology and psychology. Like, high school is already hard enough as it is. Why would you want to add more stress? Because that's, again, one of the ways they get you in high school.
You're in high school, so you take AP Chemistry, AP US History.
You're going to cry yourself to sleep every night regardless. Why do you want to make a routine out of that?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You want to set a world record for the most hours you cry? Don't do that. So yeah, if you're looking for some ways to make you shine on your transcripts, take honors classes or take dual enrollment. The next point I have here is what I feel is more important is doubling up on your core classes. I feel like that's a better alternative as to stressing yourself out with AP classes, because AP classes, you just keep yourself there longer than you need to. But if you can, double up on your core classes. It is possible to graduate early. I thought that was a complete myth. But yeah, if you double up on your core classes, because mostly your senior year will be filled with a lot of electives that you don't need. And if you don't take dual enrollment, you just have a bunch of useless credits that you can't transfer. So instead of wasting your senior year doing classes you don't need and will purposefully flunk, just double up on your core classes. You can do your senior year in 3 years. Definitely. You don't need that extra year. And I'd say only think about graduating early if you know what you're going to do. If not, yeah, take that extra year and think about what you want to do. The next point I have here is in order to really enjoy high school, you need 2 things, and that's 1, money, and a license. I hate that I had to wait until homecoming week, sophomore year, to finally figure out that you can't just waltz into homecoming. You have to pay. You can't just waltz into a football game. You have to pay. Same with musicals, dance recitals, etc. If you want to enjoy your high school experience, you're going to need to open up that wallet. You can't just waltz in like a black ballerina, unfortunately. And then also, you're going to need a license because what's parents' favorite word?
No.
They probably say no more times than Meghan Trainor in her song. Yeah, they love saying no. So once you become a junior or a senior, get that permit and get that license. Because if your parents say no, you can get your keys and you can drive there yourself. My next point I have here is only go to homecoming or prom once. Once you've been to one, you've seen it all. They're not going to change anything. So if you go to homecoming, that's your experience. Nothing's going to change. One and done. Then the next point I have here is keep your amount of friends small and establish boundaries. It's better to have one tight-knit circle of real friends than to have a big circle filled with fake friends. And then what I mean by establishing boundaries is not everybody you talk to is your friend. Because when we were younger, anytime we talk to someone, I'd be like, oh, that's my friend, that's my friend, that's my friend. But the thing is, when it comes to group projects or literally just walking into class, you're not one of those first people that they talk to, So it's important to have your friends and then people you're cool with and then some people you just talk to. That way you avoid hurting your own feelings and them backstabbing you in the future. Save yourself the heartache and establish boundaries. Then the next one, it's pretty simple. Don't date. If you want to, good luck to you, but books before boys, grades before gals. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Too much drama, too much headache, too much heartbreak. The next point I have here is if nothing suits you, create your own. And I was specifically talking about whether that's a group of friends, a study group, or even a club. Because there are some clubs I wanted to join, but they didn't really speak to me. So what I did was I created my own club called the African Caribbean Student Association. There'll be a story time to that's about to follow this video, so stay tuned for that. Then the next point I have here is you cannot depend on anyone regardless of who they are. Whether that's your parent, whether that's your friend, or whether that's your teacher. If you just tell them to do something only one time, most likely they're going to forget about it. So the only way you can get them to do something is, stay on them. Stay on them until that thing is done. If you keep pushing them, they'll get stuff done. But if you just tell them to do that one time, they won't do it. So persistence. Be annoying like a fly and get them to do it. The next point I have here is Save yourself the stress and also start looking for scholarships early. Then the next point I have here is if you're passionate about something, do it and then tell people about it, because most likely they're going to try and discourage you, make you look dumb, make you sound stupid, and you just don't need that negativity. I got so much of that when I was trying to start my club. They're like, oh, why do you want to do that? That's too much. That's too stressful. You don't need that negativity. So most likely, if you want to start something and you're passionate about it, do it and then tell people about it. Because they're not going to crap on you if it's already done, you know? They could show fake love to you. But most likely, have them look stupid in the end. Definitely do that. Then, if you can't talk to somebody, journal, 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 and journal, and journal again. Then lastly, if your teacher gives you makeup opportunities, do them early. Don't be stressing yourself out the last few weeks of the semester, because then you have finals and performance finals and tests and quizzes to study for, and it's just like, nobody wants that. So yeah, that's all the short high school advice I have. If you enjoyed it, give this video a like and subscribe. My last video is in the description, and go and follow me on my social medias in the outro. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!